All right, everybody. So appreciate y'all checking out the show and hanging out and all the support and everything that everybody's doing. I'm really, really loving it that y'all are actually digging what we're turning out here. So um, let's sit down and let's have a nice conversation with Miss Rebekah Snyder. Rebekah, how are you doing, hon?
I'm doing great, David. Thank you.
Yay!
In my attic.
And nothing like it. I'm just sitting in the studio. Usually I've got a producer here, uh, Caitlin, and she's been having a few car issues, so she didn't make it up today. Um, I wish somebody would buy Caitlin a new car. That would be nice. So how's it been going, hon?
Excellent.
Excellent, just excellent.
Yeah, no, it's been going excellent. My single "Don't Ever Date a Yankee" keeps moving up the Music Row Country Breakout chart, so that's exciting. It's at 72 right now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what strikes me funny though is that song, and you're basically a northern girl.
The Mason-Dixon line is maybe 50 miles south of me.
Yeah.
Something like that. I think I crossed it today, actually. I was at a station in West Virginia, and then I ended up in Cumberland, Maryland, and then came across, and I was like, Pennsylvania.
Yay. I've been up through there a lot. I used to run 81 up through there a lot. Back when I was driving.
Oh, yes. I read that you were a truck driver.
Yeah, I did the whole truck driving thing for a while. And I've been all 48 states and Canada 4 times.
Amazing. And there's so many country songs about driving a truck and truck drivers.
Oh, yeah. My favorite one.
Tell me your favorite one.
My favorite one was Johnny Cash, "I've Been Everywhere."
Oh, okay. So, I actually don't know that one.
I've been everywhere, man.
I've probably heard it, but oftentimes I'll hear them. I'll be like, oh, that's about a truck driver. Oh, there's one they always play on the country station here about it's his last run, and it's a woman sings it, and he's getting home to her, and they're going to get married.
Yeah.
I forget. I heard it twice in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I can't remember the daggum name of that. I know the song you're talking about, though.
And I am in love with a truck driver as well. And I've written 2 love songs about him that you have not yet heard.
Was it on the album?
Did you actually hear my whole private SoundCloud link?
I did not go through all the songs. I do apologize. But I did hear, the Jeans, and then I heard, what was that name of that song? Don't Ever Date a Yankee. I'm trying to remember the names of them. That's the problem. You wrote them. You're supposed to know them all.
Sometimes I change the names, and I'm like, oh.
Don't you hate it when that happens?
Yes. Well, there's one called "Like a Wild Horse." That's about the truck driver. And another one called "Maybe Next Time."
Mm-hmm.
The truck driver's like a cowboy who swings into town and loves you and leaves you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what's funny, because my name on the radio, the CB radio, my handle was Lonesome Cowboy.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Apropos.
Well, it worked for me. My granddaddy called me Cowboy a long time ago, and it kind of stuck. So,
isn't that something?
It's wild, because when I was reading some stuff on you and everything, I was like very intrigued, because you had that whole Appalachian thing, and you had, the guitar on the front porch and grandma's guitar and stuff. And I was just like, man, did y'all do a lot of that front porch music?
Well, that's my mom. And yes, I definitely. I am in a town that I grew up in.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm raising my kids here, and we have a front porch. But the porch that I would invite all my friends over to is a couple blocks and streets over that way. But yeah, and my mom played like folk music, right?
Yeah.
And played guitar. I taught myself to play on her guitar, but it wasn't cool. So I'd invite like, especially I remember the little boy I had a crush on too, and they were all into like rock hair bands at the time.
Right.
And so it wasn't cool, but I would still invite them over. You know, the acoustic, like now everyone's playing acoustic guitars again, but there was a time where like you had to be a shredder and like it wasn't like hip to play the cowboy chords.
Oh,
But
yeah.
that's what I learned on, and that's what my mom played, and those are my memories of learning to love music.
Did mom do like covers of songs, or did she actually have some of her own songs?
Covers. She was a Peter, Paul and Mary, John
Yeah.
Denver, Jim Croce player. She would play like Christmas carols, and like at church once in a while she would accompany, but yeah, folk. Judy Collins.
Oh, yeah. Say, I was a big John Prine fan. I loved his music.
There's another one.
There
And in
was
those days, isn't this funny? I was talking about this with guitar players. In those days, it was cheating to use a capo.
mm-hmm.
And now everyone uses capos all the
Yeah.
time. When did that transition happen?
When somebody figured it out that they could make money on it.
Yeah.
But I
And so
mean,
people do.
well, I mean, before, like electric guitar players, when they would do that slide and stuff, it used to be a beer bottle or a Coke bottle or something like that they would use. And then
Right.
somebody figured it out.
It's so rock and roll.
Oh, yeah. It's something about it. Because did you ever, because I was like, when you did the My Way, a kick-ass girl rock, if I'm saying that right, I might have miswrote it, but I honestly thought you was more like rock, a little rock edge to you or something, you know?
Oh, yes. Well, I mean, I learned playing acoustic guitar
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of these folk songs that people learn on. And obviously, it's easier to play acoustic initially.
Yeah.
There's a lot less technicality. You pick up a guitar, you don't need amps and stuff. But I for sure went through my phase playing Les Pauls and wanting to be like, I wanted to be as good as all the boys in my neighborhood were. And I was in love with the drummer. So I love rock music too. I love everything everybody else loves, right? I love country music right now, especially it's so like catchy and cool and poppy.
Yeah.
I'm a mom, and it's that I'm at that point in life where everything makes me cry. I'm so sentimental, and like country music has all those anecdotes that like hit you right here. So
Oh, yeah.
where I'm at in life right now, like I just love country. But I mean, I had my angst-ridden college and teenage years for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's what's wild about it. Cause the Nashville thing, the country music now and everything else. The one thing I've noticed is, we had that 90s phase where,
Grunge.
yeah, but it was like,
Which I also love. All the it was dark.
yeah, well, my daughter was in that era. It was like Blink 182 and all kinds of stuff. And then she got me listening to NSYNC and all that. But on the country music side, we went through that phase of like the party crowd type music. And then it started coming back around to the storytelling side of the music.
Are you talking about like segueing into like country and it being a lot more storytelling, or like what's popular and what people want?
No,
Yeah. I
it's
see. I don't know if it's just me that's drawn to that now. Maybe other people are listening to other things, but I feel like I went through that progression.
yeah, I did. I did big time because I was raised up in country music because I was born and raised in Nashville. And then I was got into that rock side, and then I started coming back around to the countryside.
I got to move to my plug, but I'm still talking.
This is almost like I'm being on MTV Cribs.
Really?
Yay!
Still talking.
Still talking. I love it. And this is the main bedroom, and no,
The attic.
I love it though. I love the wallpaper in there. It's so gorgeous.
Yeah, I don't know who put it up. Somebody put it up a long time ago. It is gorgeous. Just like music, it's come back around.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to. How everything is like coming back around with the more true storytelling in country music. And that's what I liked about a lot of your music. You've got an authenticity to it. You know, you've got that a little bit of a folk into it, but then you've also got more of a modern country type. And you're doing a lot of good storytelling with your music.
Well, thank you. I just was like, what do I write about? And thoughts come into my brain from my everyday life.
Yeah.
And I write them down a lot. I'm like, oh, wait, that would be a good song, or that would be a good song, or that's a neat insight. And then, you know, you put them together, see what rhymes, see what doesn't. And then hopefully get a hook, right? Get a melody that like brings people in and makes people want to keep listening. Yeah, I write the songs on my acoustic guitar, you know, here. Yeah. And then have been bringing them down to Dean Miller. He's Roger Miller's son. Mm-hmm. He reached out to me. He saw a song of mine on social media, America. It's like a patriotic song, and I just recorded it acoustic and made a music video for it. And so then all of last year, I started writing and brought my songs down to Nashville to him. And then, you know, the Nashville musicians, who are extraordinary, they chart the songs. Like if I get the structure and the words and the melodies and write the song, they'll chart it. And then, you know, the session musicians play on my studio songs. Although I do think that they imitate my guitar style, which is very funny. Every time, like I've been there, there's a acoustic player, Devin Malone. He plays on like Cole Swindle's album, Sam Hunt's, and another one named Pat McGrath. Those are the two that have done most of my songs. And it's funny, I'll see them in there and they'll listen to my demo, and I'll see them like imitating my strum in the acoustic room, you know, because you can't, and then they'll look out at me. And I don't know if they're making some connection, like this is her, this is how she strums. So I do think that, you know, but they'll record the song in one pass. Yeah. But I like that, because then when I'm going out and playing the songs and I'm playing them acoustic, you know, it resembles how I wrote it and what I would play. So it's working out.
It amazes me how those guys do that, because
amazes me.
Well, I mean, I've had several artists tell me that they've worked with studio musicians, and it just blows them away, just like you, how they make it look so damn easy.
They're geniuses.
Yeah.
That's what Dean says. He's like, I just get out of the way of the geniuses and let the geniuses do their work. Yeah, I keep writing songs in part just so I can go down and watch them record them.
You need to do a phone video one time when you're down there.
Oh, I would love to. You know, I went down for CRS last week. I was in Nashville, and I knew I was going down. So about 3 or 4 weeks beforehand, I reached out to Dean and I said, like, I'll record too to make the trip worthwhile, because I have to leave the kids behind and it's like a big rigmarole. Yeah. And I had the idea that I would ask like a radio promoter to come in, or somebody who hadn't experienced that. Like, you can come next time and just like watch them bring a song to life. Like watch them. They'll listen once to the demo and the song, and then it's been charted as well. So they've got that in front of them. And it's mind blowing.
Oh yeah.
Would you like to come next time, David?
Sure, I would love to.
Okay, well, I'll bring you.
Yep, be more than happy to.
It's no fair that I get to experience this by myself and have no one to go like leave the studio with afterwards and be like, did you see that? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we can FaceTime live walking into the studio And of
Okay.
course, we don't want to show too much of in the studio stuff, but I would be very, very grateful and fascinated to actually watch that come together.
Okay, so now I have to write a couple more songs.
Yeah, just 2 or 3. It don't matter. Hey, when you done the music video for these jeans, did you get to keep the T-Bird, or did they just let you have it?
No, that the gentleman who made that music video, that's his car. It is really cute. Yeah. If you can believe it, my kids were in the back seat while I was driving.
How in the world did you get them to keep still?
I don't know. They did keep still for once, though. Then they usually don't.
Usually, kids are bouncing around everywhere.
But I had them with me, and so they just jumped in the back. It was actually the video turned out great, but it was low budget, So it was me and the guy all day.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm loving about what a lot of people are doing with like music videos and stuff. Back in the day, it was multi-million-dollar budgets and all that other stuff. And now you can just go out there with a $1,300 camera and do some video and then edit it at home and do all kinds of stuff with it.
Yeah, I don't know how much his camera costs, but he made a great video with it. It looked really high tech, but yes.
It was a good video. I liked it.
Thank you.
I think you're doing great. You're doing awesome stuff. And I can't wait to see more of what you do. And I'm really looking forward to that studio thing. That is going to be awesome.
Okay, well, I won't forget. I will do it for sure.
So what was your idea because correct me if I'm wrong, you made the album and then you started just releasing one single at a time?
Yes. Well, I can't say that I have a really formulated plan of what I'm doing at all.
Right.
In life or in music. But, well, when you're not an established artist, I think the waterfall, I think it's called, release strategy, and what I read is a good way to develop your fan base.
Yeah.
If you're Morgan Wallen, you can release 30 songs at once and everybody's going to listen. But when you want to bring people in story at a time, then, one at a time, song by song. So, and then there is, the difference between promoting at radio and then your streaming releases. So I released Don't Ever Date a Yankee first, and it's still at radio and still moving up, the Music Row Country Breakout chart. So, but meanwhile, that's been, 3 months now, or maybe more. So, in the meantime, I've released some songs on to like iTunes and streaming to like give people more things to listen to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's because I'm finding it fascinating because I'm from that era where you stood in line to get concert tickets and you stood in line at the record store when you knew the album was going to drop. And
I remember.
We had the 45s, you had the A side and the B side. And now we move it all up to today, and with all the internet streaming and all this other stuff, it's really, you've got to come up with a different strategy.
Yeah. And I don't know if anyone even knows like the best strategy or the right strategy, but because, it's all evolving, how people get their music.
Yeah.
I'm doing it because I like writing songs. I like playing. I like learning other people's songs. And so I was, like whatever happens. I'm still going to keep playing music. I always have. I'll probably still keep writing. I'll still keep hearing things that I'm like, oh my gosh, I love that song. I want to go home and learn that.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like not over stressing.
Yeah.
That I don't have a plan, I'm still going to make music and put it out and share it with people.
Well, I mean, you got to have fun with it, because I remember, when I was younger, it was 4-wheel drives, bonfires, and somebody always had a guitar, and we were all singing around the campfire and all that good stuff. And I I really wished that a lot of the youngins today had those experience to do all the time,
Yeah.
A lot of them are just stuck on video games, and the only music they hear is what's on the video game.
Yeah. Oh, believe me, I have 3. I work at it every day trying to make sure that like their time is well spent and they're not spending too much time on screens. At the same time, though, they know a lot of stuff, and I kind of get information from them that I wouldn't otherwise have sometimes too. But it's a for sure balancing act. You have to work a lot, I think, as a parent to get your like kids out experiencing life all the time.
Yeah.
Making sure they have those opportunities and experiences and aren't just sitting on their screens. I have to travel a lot with mine, so I sort of found that I had to get them like the iPads.
Yeah.
But you have to remember to take them away as well.
Oh yeah. Because I've actually talked to several other female artists that have had kids, and they're telling me how difficult it is sometimes on the road when you're going out to do shows and stuff like that, and you got to take the kids with you and all that. And how are you dealing with that? Is that?
Well, I play locally, and I actually tend to play a lot of open mics and open stages so that I don't have like anybody I'd be letting down. Like I don't schedule too much. Like I'm doing a festival and a showcase this summer. And then maybe when the song gets bigger, I'll have to, if hopefully it gets bigger, then I might have to change that plan. But for that reason, you don't know who's going to come down with strep throat or an ear infection or break their arm at recess. These things happen like all the time. So to not have like a bunch of people relying on you, but like, so I go to lots of open stages, and we have like some biker bars and things. I don't care. I'll go anywhere. It's actually fun. And like sneak out a little and play. You can like play your songs on people, see what people are reacting to, play your favorite covers too, So, but I will say, like, I do bring them and include them when I can. Like, for example, I have to take them to California once a month because that's where their dad lives. So once a month, we fly to California. So on the way home last time, we stopped in Boise, Iowa, and went and did a radio station visit. And I brought them with me, and they thought that was neat. And it was, awesome. I don't know if you could do that at every station, but this was like a super family friendly guy. His name's Scotty Cameron. He's at Cat Country in Boise, Idaho. I also brought them into the studio over Thanksgiving. I needed to finish a few vocals. So we stopped in Nashville on the way home. And I thought, well, I better, if I'm going to stop and do vocals, maybe I should see if I can write a couple songs to make like the whole trip worth it. But I had some writer's block. So I wrote one song I liked, and then I kept playing with some other ideas. And then I thought, wait a second, Christmas is here, and you're supposed to do a Christmas release.
Yeah.
So, and I had already scheduled for sure doing 2 songs. So all those studio musicians are lined up. So I just arranged up on the housetop because it's public domain. It's over 100 years old.
Yeah.
And brought the kids in. And they sang, like, each sang a line, and they're doing the ho ho ho's, and it just gave such a magic to the song. So they got to see the studio. So they're like, when mommy's like I left for 2 nights last week and went down to Nashville. So they're like, oh, you're going to the studio? Like, oh yeah. Like they know, they've been there.
That's awesome. I love that. And if you ever need tech advice or computer advice, I'm sure they're right there with all the good stuff.
Yes, right. Except they don't have chargers.
No, Mom, this is what you got to do. And then they'll do it for you. And you're just like, oh, okay.
Indeed. They know more than us.
I got a 13-year-old granddaughter, and it just amazes me what all she can do. And I'm just like, man, I sit there and try to figure something out for an hour. She'll walk in 10 minutes later, it's done.
Amazing.
It really is.
I wonder, like, are they that much smarter than us?
I think because they grew up with it kind of cussed.
Yeah, their minds open faster to that kind of thing. We're set in our ways. I don't know.
For the longest time, I was anti-internet. and I
You?
find,
With a podcast? Wow.
no, just because I was always doing, live sound at shows and doing lights. And I was anti-internet on a lot of that stuff. But then somebody said, "No, you need to do a podcast," and I started this. So
You just never know.
yeah, it's crazy how everything works. Sometimes you just got to take a step back and see what happens.
Yeah, well, it sounds like this podcast is going amazing. So it's a good thing that you warmed up to the internet.
Well, yeah, because it's amazing everything that goes on with the internet, all the things that goes around it, involved in it. It's just amazing because you can't. I don't care what red light you're sitting at. If you look over, somebody's on their phone on the internet.
Yeah, I agree. No matter how many laws they make, like, don't touch your electronics while you're driving. That's like asking people not to walk across the grass when there's like a sign, It's like people are going to do, like, human nature will decide what happens, how things happen or don't. But yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
When you release a song, do you watch it?
Well, usually I've heard it more times than I'd like.
Yeah, I'm talking about the stream
music video,
the stream numbers and all that stuff.
A little bit. I Don't Ever Date a Yankee got put on a really big playlist, and it started racking in the streams. And I was watching that in disbelief. Yeah. Now I'm kind of just used to the numbers that I'm getting, So, I mean, like, you can go into Spotify and artists, right? You can watch that. And I just don't feel like I have time.
Yeah. Because I have
a birthday party to plan. We have spelling tests, So a little bit. I don't fully understand the analytics. I mean, I have some people helping me with it,
Well, it's good to have a good team with you.
Yeah. So
because I've yet to find that that whole little thing that they talk about all the time, the algorithm. Once you hit that algorithm, everything explodes, and I'm just like, yeah. Where is it at?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Right. Like the algorithm kicks in like certain types of recommending your stuff, right? I don't know. I have a little idea, like you, an inkling of what that's all about, but I'm certainly not counting on the algorithm to do everything for me.
Yeah, really. You just got to keep putting it out there, hoping people listen to it. Sometimes you cross your fingers and your toes, but that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
Nothing but life. Nothing but life.
Yeah. And I mean, no matter what, like, I think songwriting and making music is like a creative outlet, and it serves that purpose.
Yeah.
I've put my stuff on, like, I have like my artist Facebook page, but I also just have like my personal one too, where, like, everything with the kids is on. But I put my music out there too, and it's like fun because I see people out at the baseball game or the hockey game or the field or scouts or whatever, and they're like, oh yeah, we heard your song and this and that about it. That's like fulfilling.
Oh yeah.
As much really as like a big playlist can be.
Yeah.
So
I love
that
it.
That motivates me.
I love it. Because it's something about just having a little bit of recognition for what you're doing, and somebody likes it, to know that they like it. I wouldn't care if it's 5 people and they told me that. I would be beaming from ear to ear for the rest of the day just because of that.
Yeah, I feel that way somewhat. Like, so yeah, keeps you going, keeps you motivated.
Oh yeah.
Just the personal, like, validation, like, oh, they liked it, they didn't hate it.
I love it. Well, Rebekah, I really appreciate you being on, hon, and taking a few minutes to talk to me. And I'll look forward to that invitation to the studio. It's going
Yes.
to be fun. Can you tell everybody where they can find you?
Yes, you can find me on Spotify. Please follow me on Spotify, iTunes, all the major streaming platforms. My songs all come out on, and everything I've released so far is out there. On social media, please follow me on TikTok. And my name is spelled Rebekah, Rebekah. So that's, not the most common spelling of Rebecca. But on TikTok, I'm Rebekah.Snyder, real simple. Facebook, Rebekah Snyder Official. My Instagram is Rebekah Snyder Official. I think that's the major ones, right? Spotify, Rebekah Snyder. Yeah. So
all the big ones.
Yeah.
You got a website?
And I have a website, RebekahSnyderOfficial.com.
And all the links should be on your website, right?
Yes, they are. Please come check me out. Can't wait to share my next songs with everyone.
It'll be a blast. Everybody can come and check out all your stuff and listen to your great music and look at the T-Bird in the video on YouTube and all the good stuff.
Yeah, hear all the ups and downs, all the ex-husbands and other ex-husbands and, that fun stuff. So, yes, I better head up to the hockey rink and go get my littlest.
All right, Rebekah, I appreciate you, hon. And we look forward to seeing and talking to you again soon.
Thank you, David. Yes, same. Likewise. All right. Take care. Thank you for having me. Thank you, everyone.
And we'll see you. All right, everybody. Y'all go check out Rebekah Snyder and check out all the things that she's doing. The YouTube, go to Spotify, stream her music, all that good stuff. And remember, guys, seriously, when you find an artist that you like, or you find an artist that you like that's on my show, it's right there somewhere. There it is. Yep. Like, share, follow, and subscribe. Y'all can follow them on Spotify and all the other streaming things. You can go to their YouTube and subscribe to them. Go check all of them out, because when you do these things, it helps a lot of independent artists, because when that booking agent is looking to book this person on your town or at a venue close to you, they're looking at all of their numbers. And these are the numbers that they're looking at. They want to know how many followers, how many subscribers, who all's listening to them on Spotify, all that good stuff. So go get it done. Go get that done for me. And we all really do appreciate it. And we're going to get out of here. Love you. Mean it. Bye.